Coming up on Fox News tonight, we ought to soon be paying more to go to the movies, and a little girl who should have been frozen to death is alive and well. We'll have her amazing story. Fox News is next.
You stinker!
On the series finale of Temptation Island, 3 couples come face to face to decide their fate.
This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
6 confessions that will leave their partners speechless.
I had an intimate moment with someone.
6 decisions that will change their lives forever.
There was 2 girls that I had feelings for.
Who will stay together?
I fell in love with someone else.
Who will be torn apart?
I have no regrets over a single thing that I did here.
Don't miss the series finale of Temptation Island at 9/8 Central Fox Wednesday.
Monday, February 26th, 2001. The frantic search for 3 members of the same family, missing after delivering newspapers. Then, a remarkable story of survival. A toddler found in weather 20 degrees below zero and lives.
I'd like to talk to you about the money you've been paying these people to buy tickets.
Talk to someone else.
Not everyone buying tickets to Chicago's top concerts is a music fan. A Fox investigation shows who's getting the prime seats and how they're cashing in. And looking for your own special perfume? Create it yourself online. This is Fox News at 9.
And good evening, I'm Walter Jacobson.
And I'm Robin Robinson. And first on Fox tonight, police in Joliet are trying to crack a mystery. 3 members of the same family are missing tonight. They disappeared without a trace yesterday morning while delivering newspapers from their van. Our Craig Wall has the story from Joliet.
Yeah, my cousin, my friend, other friends of the family, my family's been passing on flyers.
Wayne Bachhol has spent the last 2 days on the phone with his life on hold, not knowing what's happened to his mother, Karen, and his brother and sister, Thomas and Tracy.
Turmoil shock. I mean, my stomach's in knots. My brain's been racking, thinking bad thoughts, trying to think good thoughts, and be strong for my little girl here. It's hard.
Tonight, police continue to comb the neighborhood where the family newspaper delivery trio was last seen just before dawn Sunday. The Bachhol family has delivered this newspaper route for 23 years. Now they're on the front page. No one knew anything was wrong until some customers Sunday morning called to complain that they hadn't received their paper.
About 8 o'clock, I got a call one of our customers and hasn't received the paper yet. So I tried to call her and let her know, and she didn't answer her cell phone. So I thought maybe it was turned off, so I paged her. She returned her pages.
The family has passed out missing persons flyers along the block where the paper was never delivered.
Well, we have no physical evidence that foul play was involved, but it certainly is suspicious, and we're taking it very serious.
It's really hard not to think the worst right now.
One friend and fellow carrier says it was hard going to work today, but she's worried about Karen and the neighborhood where she had to deliver for some time now.
Her route was one of the worst. It was the worst route. If anybody, I don't know how they're going to fill it. They're not going to be able to fill that route. Nobody's going to want it.
Tonight, family and friends suspect foul play. They say Karen Bachhol would never just take off like that. She was too dedicated to her paper route, and she loved her family too much. She was constantly keeping in touch with them. That's why they are so very concerned tonight. Police say they have had several possible sightings of Karen's vehicle in the Joliet area, including one about 4:30 this morning that may have involved an accident with that vehicle and another vehicle, a minor accident, police tell me. The vehicle they are looking for is a white 1989 Dodge Caravan with the license plate BEANA 8, B-E-A-N-A 8. Anyone with information is asked to call the Joliet police. Reporting live in Joliet, Craig Wall, Fox News Chicago.
Craig, thank you. A decision could come tomorrow in the custody battle over 15-year-old Elise Reichert. She is the girl who was taken to Arizona 9 years ago during a bitter divorce case. Her mother, Joliet Taylor, has been charged with kidnapping. Her father has been visiting the girl at a temporary foster home here in the Chicago area. A Cook County judge heard testimony today from 2 experts, both of whom say the girl should remain here to get the help she needs. But the lawyers on both sides just can't seem to agree where she should live.
We all agree that the child needs to be removed from her current environment. The question is what is appropriate and whether or not her needs are going to be met wherever she is placed.
Given what's been done to this kid in terms of the last 9 years, what you're really trying to do is avoid what's in her worst interest, because it's hard to come up with her best interest.
The judge is expected to talk to Elise before making a decision on her future. The hearing will resume tomorrow afternoon.
A coroner's report tonight says the crash of a Salvation Army van that killed 11 people last month was an accident, probably caused by the weather. The accident occurred along Interstate 55 when a Salvation Army van with 11 people inside went out of control and slammed head-on into a truck. Tests done on the drivers of both vehicles show no sign of illegal drugs or alcohol. Garnell Matthews, the driver of the van, had a trace of cold medicine only in his system. There were no signs of any mechanical problems. Officials believe black ice on the roadway caused that crash.
To get your first taste of life in Chicago without Wacker Drive, Upper and Lower Wacker are closed now for a $200 million facelift. And that is forcing thousands of people to find alternate routes. We have a live report from Lilia Chacon now on how people fared on this first work day on the repair project.
Better than expected, Walter. People who were expecting Monday morning Wacker gridlock got off a little bit easy. It looks like a combination of anticipation and avoidance helped get things off to a smoother than expected start. Wacker Drive started coming apart and everybody else started going around.
Rush hour appeared actually to be a little bit lighter than normal. I think a lot of people were probably heeding our advice about how to come down and rethink their routes.
The detour signs are posted, the traffic detail has been boosted by 50%, and parking meters on main arteries are off limits before 9 and after 4. And it seems to be working. What are you doing differently?
We're actually going up to the Kennedy, going home.
Different route?
Different route.
But not too bad.
Not too bad so far.
How's the traffic tonight?
No more than usual, I don't think.
You doing anything differently?
Yes, we would come down Wacker. We're going to the opera tonight.
But this road opera won't be over till the fat lady belts it out in November of 2002. The task is a daunting one. First, crews will figure out what pieces of Wacker Drive can be cataloged and saved, and what parts have to be replaced, all while engineers try to stay ahead of traffic flow.
We expect that Wednesday or Thursday, again, the traffic characteristic may change down here, but again, that's factored into what we're planning to do, and that's why we're giving ourselves at least a full week to see and analyze what the new traffic patterns are.
And police say that the streets getting the heaviest overflow traffic are Randolph, Washington, Dearborn, and Clark. And pedestrians need to keep in mind that State Street, you can't get over the river there anymore. Live at State and Wacker, Lilia Chacon, Fox News, Chicago.
And Lil, we're trying to help. Be sure to turn in to Fox News tomorrow morning before you head out to work. We'll have the latest news of how the reconstruction is affecting the morning commute. And for tips on how to get around downtown during the coming months, log on to our website at foxchicago.com. Some people on the North Shore are protesting plans to thin out the local deer herd.
Don't kill Bambi! Don't kill Bambi!
About 50 demonstrators turned out tonight at Highland Park City Hall to oppose plans for sharpshooters to kill about 20 deer. City leaders say that the deer are blocking traffic and eating people's shrubbery, but the protesters worry about marksmen firing guns near their homes. The issue is now tied up in court, where residents are asking a judge to stop the deer kill.
Federal election observers will be in Cicero tomorrow to monitor the primary election there. The town's president, Betty Lauren Maltese, is squaring off against the former police chief in the Republican primary. Meanwhile, two Hispanic challengers are battling in the Democratic primary, hoping to win the right to face whoever wins the Republican primary in the general election in April. Our chief political correspondent, Jack Conedy, joins us from the newsroom with the story. Jack.
Robin, as one observer told us today, politics in Cicero are always contentious. That is putting it far more politely than it plays out on the streets, and this year is no exception.
Hi, young lady.
Joseph Mario Moreno, posing for the cameras at a metro stop.
Friends will send a big message.
Critics call him a carpetbagger who's using his political weight as a Cook County commissioner to jump to the head of the line in a town where he wasn't a registered voter until January.
Cicero has handled its affairs for a long time in a way that's against family, against business, and I think that the people of Cicero are tired, and Cicero needs a change.
Cicero is now predominantly Hispanic, and Moreno and his Democratic primary opponent, Victor Armendariz, are vying for that vote.
Let's be realistic. Cicero is the laughingstock of the nation, of the state and county, and other municipalities, surrounding municipalities. I think it's time to change that image and make it a prideful community, a community where everyone stands there and says Cicero, and they feel good about saying Cicero.
But the odds say it will be Moreno who squares off with the current town president and reigning political maven, Betty Loren Maltese, a close political ally of former Chicago alderman and mayoral candidate Ed Verdoliak, and a woman who is not unaccustomed to controversy and strife, and sees herself as a victim of the media.
When she talks for half an hour or so, and then she mentions all the positive accomplishments they have here in the town, and then the only thing that appears on TV or in the newspaper is maybe a denial of a negative question.
There will be 25 federal election observers in Cicero tomorrow to monitor the primary there, trying to make sure Hispanic voters are treated fairly. Former police chief Emil Shula is the other Republican candidate. He faces charges of embezzlement, money laundering, and tax fraud, and was not available for comment. Robin, back to you.
All right, Jack, we'll be watching as well. Stay with Fox News tomorrow night for results from the Cicero election, as well as 2 special aldermanic elections being held here in Chicago.
Politics on a national level. Another key figure in the Clinton pardon scandal is taking the Fifth Amendment tonight. She is Beth Dozoretz, the former finance director of the Democratic Party, refusing to testify before the Congress that's investigating the pardon of the billionaire Mark Rich. Congress wants to know if Dozoretz improperly funneled money to the Clinton Library being built in Arkansas to win that Rich pardon. Rich's ex-wife, Denise, also has refused to testify.
Well, a fairly mild day today in Chicago, but there's a chance we might see some snow because it is still Chicago and it's still February. Steve Scholl is here with a first look at the weather. Hi, Steve.
Hello, Robin. Isn't that the truth? We have cloud cover out there, and the radar echoes show some light snow falling, but none of it reaching the ground, at least as far as northeastern Illinois is concerned. Across the lake over in Michigan, they're seeing some light snow, and it is reaching the ground. It does look like they're going to pick up 1 to 2 inches, but as far as we're concerned this evening, a light dusting at best. Temperatures in the 50s over the weekend. Today's high, 40 degrees. Current temps are in the 20s and 30s. Folks, meteorological spring begins this Thursday, but cooler air on the way over the next couple of days. I've got your complete forecast coming up in just a little while. Walter Robin, back to you.
Great. Let's move to meteorological. That's where we want to move to, okay? There's so much more ahead on Fox News, including the results of a Fox investigation.
I saw you standing in line. Are you a fan of NSYNC?
But he was in line to buy tickets for the upcoming NSYNC concert. We'll tell you why, coming up.
Plus, an amazing story of survival. A toddler dressed only in a diaper managed to survive outside in temperatures 20 degrees below zero.
When they're not in a relationship, then they feel this emptiness.
An emptiness that makes the love addict go from one bad love affair to another. Is it really an addiction? We'll explain.
Plus, $10 to go to a movie. That's what some New Yorkers are paying. Could Chicago be next? Our voice your choice. Would you pay $10 to see a movie at the theater? If your answer is yes, call 1-900-988-5276. If you would not pay $10 to see a movie, call 1-900-988-5277. Each call costs 75 cents. We ask that callers be over the age of 18, and we'll bring you the results later in this newscast.
Another rollback saves the day by saving you even more. Walmart, always low prices, always.
Celebrate Mardi Gras at Popeyes. Get 8 pieces of chicken for only $3.99. Friday through Tuesday, 5 days only.
People want just one thing from their real estate agent. Everything. And RE/MAX delivers. RE/MAX.
Coming up, listen up, ladies, how you can create customized beauty products with the click of a mouse when Fox News returns.
Enjoy all the comforts of home before you get there. The Acura TL.
I just came out of a bad relationship. I'm not going to make the same mistake again.
What I need in a relationship is reliability.
I need to know you'll change as my needs change.
I need to communicate clearly with you.
And you can't just drop me whenever you feel like it.
I mean, my last relationship was so expensive.
Right now, get 1,250 minutes for just $29.99 monthly access. That's 1,000 night and weekend and 250 anytime minutes.
Where have you been all my life?
Get into something good with Verizon Wireless.